shooting photos.
This is Buddy Princeton. We're here live at the Wedge Wednesday. This is Mike Mannings.
Actually,
as you can see,
people
the
always
man is
ask
ripped.
me, what's your inspiration for photography? And I always tell them birds. Because when I got into photography, I started shooting birds. But what happened was, in order to get a really good bird shot and be above the bird, with the bird got some food and in the right light, and to get a hawk, it takes a lot of work. And it's like, if you want something bad enough, you're going to make it happen. And so I took that idea into the Wedge. Probably, I think we were just talking about it. The swell in I think 2009, the big insane one, and I bought a GoPro because I was hurt, and I ended up going out there and I found that the same stoke that I had dropping in a wave, I found it shooting my friends. So that's how it started.
You go ahead. Mike does not know the order that I put the photos in, but I grouped them in a number of in a little collection here. So
our MC tonight is the famous Bill Sharp, formerly of the Big Wave Surfing Contest, biggest wave of the year.
That is, Wesley Cohn took that. Where's Wesley? He's somewhere in here.
These are all the victims.
That is
the Wedge victims.
That is 3 summers worth of surfboards at the Wedge. Only 3 summers.
Okay, I'm going to let Mike click through here, but the idea is he's got such a range of photos, looking in, looking out. Tell me what's going on with this wave.
I think that half my shots are total accidents, so I think this was an accident. I wasn't even focused on the guy through there. I didn't even see him until after I got home. I was just in the barrel shooting, and it's really fun finding those surprises. All right. So I don't know what's coming next, so bear with me here. All right, well, let's
explain how the hell you did this.
Photoshop is an amazing thing. Actually, that's electric cylinders, and yeah, if you guys could name where this is, I already told you. That's cylinders left, and it's holding a GoPro, but you know, GoPro, it's 30. It's a burst of 30. So that barrel, it was almond shape, and then it just morphed, and then it went sideways again, but there was just one frame that was a perfect round cylinder. I don't remember seeing that when I was surfing it. It was too fast. But yeah, that was a pretty epic shot, and I was stoked. It went pretty viral. All right, that's another one of me in the afternoon. I think it's cylinders again, and that one's just, the lighting's insane. And got a good grab on that one. And there's another one. Thanks, Bill. That's cylinders left too. And that's really showing my gray hair. So there you go. All right, you can get some great shots. Great shots sitting on the jetty. And I love those afternoons when it's just golden hour and glassy, and it's fun sitting with the pack and shooting away.
Look at that backlog.
One of the most exciting things about Wedge is the flares, but I think I've missed about 5,000 flares because you're just never ready for them. Sometimes you get really lucky, and I love those. I love that high tide.
You'd see it go over and a guy's
it's so fun. Such a great thing to capture.
Cylinders is better than I've seen it.
That's just your classic California gold right there. I love getting those things.
And you did this with a GoPro?
No, those barrel shots were GoPros. This is a real camera.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's just awesome.
All right, this is not the wedge. This is not the wedge. This was earlier this year up at Palos Verdes, and the dolphins were going crazy, but I looked down to the left, and these dolphins came shooting out, and in my mind I'm like, there's no way this is going to happen twice. So I was ready for the next wave, and it was the easiest shot because it was far away at a 200mm lens, and I just laid on it, and that dolphin came out, and I was wedge. All right. Who can name this guy? Anybody?
George Greeno?
Because I can't. This is my friend Manzer. He's you're gonna see a lot of happy shots, and I started learning that you gotta just, even when you can't see, when you can't, your eyes are shut and you're underwater, don't lay off the trigger. Because so often we lay off the trigger before we get to that crucial spot, and so a lot of those shots, these shots that you're going to see are basically where I can't even see a thing. You know, I'm underwater and I'm just still shooting.
How close are you to him right there?
This is shot with a fisheye at 15mm, so I'm about as close as I am to you.
That's pretty awesome.
All right, there's a certain time in the summer when you can be in the barrel at wedge and the sun is lining up perfect, and it's usually about, I think it's July-ish. There's like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks where the sun's going to be right in the barrel, and I always try and get those if there's a swell. All right, that's Ryan Hurley and the famous Mr. Robbie Crawford right there. And Robbie's been a big inspiration to all of us with GoPros, and I love those shots of getting the surfer and the photographer in there. All right, I was just talking to Wedge Mel and Dingo about this shot. This was the first time I went out with a GoPro, and this shot was when I felt like I was drowning, and I was literally, for my life, I was praying that I would get under this lip. And I was so out of breath, I felt like I was gonna die. It was gnarly. I was sick, and I literally just held up the GoPro, and I went under. And that shot means a lot to me because, I don't know, you keep going for it. And you gotta get in the most crucial spots to get good shots. All right, that's Stanley. So I broke my back about 1.5 years ago. My housing hit my head. 15 staples. I blacked out. I woke up when my back broke on the jetty, and then my face hit the rock, and I blacked out 2 times. And this was the shot I got about 2 minutes before all that happened. And it was Tyler actually that helped pull me out of the water, and he held my neck for about an hour. And so I was stoked I got this shot before all that happened. All right, anybody know who this is? No, that's Whale. If you know Whale, that's him on just a crazy,
God, what a burst.
Crazy flare. This is just one of those mayhem moments. The wedge is so exciting to shoot because you just never know what you're going to get with the backwash and the lighting, and it's just a blast to get home and to see what you got. Because half the time you don't even know what you get. All right, that's Tommy Cantrell. You guys know, if you surf the wedge, you're out the wedge. Tommy Cantrell is he's an underground charger, lifeguard in Laguna Beach, and I always loved getting Tommy. So that's Lazy Shutter. Just trying to you get your f-stop a little slow, and you get that effect.
How big is that in there? About like 10 feet?
That shot is probably, that's probably an 8-foot wave right there. It's deceiving. You can be on a 1-foot wave with a fisheye and it looks like that, and you can be on a 10-foot wave and it looks like that. All right, who's that? Amazing body surfer. I only know his Instagram name. I forgot. Anyways, cylinders is a blast to shoot. I love it. All right, that's
I really like that.
That shot was used as an advertisement for seaweed. For environmentalists. So they paid me for that shot. That's Teddy, Shreddy Teddy. So that's just a beautiful cylinders wave. Sometimes you can get it clean at the wedge. Another one, Ryan Hurley.
Awesome.
I always think of a little hallway when I'm looking around the corner, and there he is. All right, this is another. It's just another happy. Just fisheye and catch pro boards, and another one. This one's Tyler Stanlin. That wave was probably 5 foot, and it turned into that just with one flare. And I love this color. I don't know where this color was coming from in the water. I don't know. It's just, it was red. I don't know where that reflection was coming from. All right, this is probably one of the most cleanest barrel shots I have at cylinders. It just kind of looks surreal. It's just as clean as you can get it. I think that's Robo. Another just beauty, wedge flare. I remember just getting thumped on that one. Destroyed. All right, wedge viewpoints. All right, this one's called Bubbles.
Wow.
And this wave, this shot is a complete and total accident. I was focusing on the surfer, my friend Anthony, and somehow it caught the bubbles. And I was actually, I actually farted on this one, and that's what happened. All right, here's the snake pit. That's Wardo. Wardo sometimes comes to the wedge, and there's probably 3 other photographers behind me. We're lined up. There's probably 7 guys getting the same shot. But I love that perspective.
Oh yeah, I hate it when that happens.
So he actually made that drop.
Did he?
He made that drop.
God.
Did you?
I dropped with him over the falls on that, I remember. But you know, when you're shooting in the evening and the sun is right there, you literally have about 2 minutes, and you're just praying something will happen those 2 minutes. And so that's what happened. You know, I remember so many of these days I wasn't gonna go out. I was tired, and I just thought, you know, if I don't go out, I don't get a chance. And then sometimes you get it. All right, that's J.O.B. at 4th of July a couple years ago. Jamie O'Brien, and that was a dredger. And I missed a lot of shots that day because I wanted to do something different. I stayed way back on the trash cans trying to do something totally different. And sometimes you gotta risk the for sure shots when you want to try something different, get a total different perspective.
Blackman.
All right, who's that?
Blackman.
Mr. Kirk Blackman. He doesn't have an Instagram. He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, and he is a underground charger. A lot of us call him the king of cylinders. All right, who's that?
Oh, yeah.
That's 4th of July swell. The reason I wasn't surfing 4th of July swell is because my back was still jacked up and being broken. But that's Bobby, and that was a bomb. All right, who's this?
Colin.
What?
Colin.
No. No. Best skimboarder around. Who? Blair Coughlin. That's cylinders, and that was a meaty one. Wedge people. Ooh. Who is that, you guys?
Jesus Stephen.
So this was 4th of July. They were kicking everybody out of the water, and they kicked everybody off the beach. So I snuck back on the beach, and he went out and got some bombs that day. This was, I think, the day after that. Who's this?
That was great.
Where's Wedge Mel? Where's Mel? There he is, back there. Back there at the bar. Mr. Wedge Mel himself. All right, here's another amazing body surfer and kneeboarder and surfer. Who is this? That's Mr. Tim Burnham. That's Timmy. And we were both really stoked on that shot. It's just a kind of a fluke, but just keep shooting and you'll get some more. Here's some of the photographers of the Wedge Group. You know, the funniest part of this picture is that's Dawson in the background pulling in, and there's not one photographer looking at him. After he got barreled and came out, he was like, "Did anybody get my shot?" No one got a shot to me.
Dude, this day was fucking awesome. I remember that day so well. That was the best freaking day.
So fun.
I'm right there doing the.
And here's each one of these guys is a photographer, and I think that's James.
It's Easter Island.
Yeah, it looks like Easter Island. The waves were probably 3 foot that day, but I looked down the row and it just was a great shot. So that's myself and Robbie Crawford just enjoying an amazing October, glassy, perfect, warm, beautiful moment. All right, so this is 4th of July, and I know you can't see it, but if you can look at Dawson's hand, you see Blair paddling out. And that's how you can tell how big this wave is. Blair's right, you can see him right about there. And that's how big that wave is. That was that was just a massive, beautiful set. No one got it.
They were like right before high tide.
4th of July.
Just
a bomb.
Nailed all 3 of them. Somebody got each one.
All right, there's Blair doing the speed run. It's amazing that he started on the beach on that shot, and then that's what he does. The guy's just mental. All right, there's Dawson. He was trying out for the football team, being a punter, and that's Robbie Crawford's stick up there, getting everything always. And this is Dawson as well. I wish Dawson was here because Dawson has 9 lives. Okay, so I gotta tell you about this shot. This shot was in my mind for the last 10 years. But I could never get high enough to get over the people to get a shot like this. So just last summer, Dingo got a shot of me. But there was a house, the house right behind Wedge had scaffolding, 3 stories of scaffolding. So I climbed over the fence and climbed up the scaffolding, and I waited for an hour and a half, and there was not one set. And I was just about to climb down, and this set was the last set of the swell. And I literally was climbing down, and I saw the set coming, so I climbed back, up, and I got this shot of Dawson, and yeah, I was stoked. Dawson again, just a clean day at Cylinders. Those October, September sessions. Dawson. That lip is literally 5 times as thick as Dawson, and Dawson doesn't even hesitate. He's got 9 lives. All right, I saw Sage here. Where's Sage? Sage Burke, where are you? He's somewhere. This is just a psycho crazy flare. I mean, that flare goes so much higher than what's in the framing, and I'm shooting with a fisheye there as well. So I'm stoked to get this shot. I think both Sage and Dawson are probably the hardest chargers consistently at Wedge for sure these recent years, and it's awesome to see. This is probably, I don't know, there's certain shots as a photographer that are technical, and again, I was purposely standing behind the lifeguard tower, and I missed a bunch of shots because your lens will focus on the tower instead of focusing on the subject. But I'm so stoked I got this shot. It's a sick one of Cylinders. I left.
Oh, yeah.
All right, this is she come, I don't know, last year or something. But I had no idea why Sage took off on this wave. But that's what he does. And I wanted a different perspective, so I went by the bushes and got the bushes in the frame just to make it look. I'm always searching for different, and that's a different wedge angle and shot, and I love that shot.
Oh, I like that. That's cool.
Who's that, guys? Anybody? Anybody?
What's his nickname?
I forget. All right, Wedge moves. This was the Irvine fire. The water was translucent. The water was 70 degrees that night, and Irvine was on fire. And there was just a few of us out, and this is my friend Vince. And I don't know what to say about this shot. It's just so kind of surreal, and yeah, the water, I've never seen the water like that. It was literally translucent green, and I think my face looked like Vince's face when I took this. That was that same night during the fires, and it was just intense. It was beautiful. It was like crazy surreal.
Oh man!
And I promise you that is not really photoshopped. I popped the colors a little bit, but that was the mood that night. I forget his name, but his Instagram name is Murderface. And Murderface charges, and that was the fire night. Just crazy. Just your epic cylinder shot. Got 1,000 of these, but Teddy Navarro, I think that's one of my first like happies that I fell in love with. So I started trying to shoot those